What is going on, YouTube? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully the wind is not that bad. I don't have a dead cat on my microphone. But let's go for a little bit of a ride, okay? Shout outs to everybody here, out here in the wild. But as you guys can see, let's go for a ride. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about future motion and RTR. RTR is short for the right to repair. Now there's a lot of guys, I'm just gonna basically tell you guys a little bit about RTR versus future motion. Future motion creates, PEVs, which is short for personal electronic vehicles, called the OneWheel, which is this right here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about a lot of the people in the community that are fighting for the right to repair, which is RTR. Future motion is, they're shutting them out of the right to repair. And a lot of people are not happy about it. And I understand where both sides are coming from when it comes down the right to repair your vehicle that you've purchased and bought, and also future motion being a company and being a business that has to take care of its customers. So what I want to tell you guys on today's show, and we're going to go in on the right to repair. I'm going to talk to you guys first, and then I'm going to address future motion and my thoughts on it. Now, I am fairly a new rider. I started riding the OneWheel Pint at the end of, let's say, 2020, December. I've tried the XR. I like the XR, but the board that I ultimately went with is the Pint. So I understand that there's another world with the, the V1s and the, the XR and, the customization and things like that. And coming in with the OG Pint, I've seen and I've been experienced and been around a lot of different things. Now all of a sudden it wants to get windy. But what I want to say is that there's a fine line, because future motion, I understand what they're going through as a company, and I understand what you guys are going through as people that want a right to repair their boards. I mean, if you're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on a product or a board, you would want to believe that you own it. You want to believe that you had the right to take out a battery and swap it out and being able to, work and repair your own board, should in case you wanted to do something else or increase the range and things like that. Where I understand that, Future Motion is a company, a millennial company, and also they have a right to, say what they want to say and do what they want to do with their boards. And the crazy part is that a lot of people, they tinker around with their boards a little bit too much, and I'm starting to see a lot of negative reviews on the GT, even though it's a new product and it has, give me one second, it has its own, defects and problems that come with it. And I get it. And it makes a lot of sense why a lot of people are very upset, because we had to wait. I'm still waiting for my GT. Should be here on the 19th. But we had to wait for our boards, and, there's a lot of things that will brick the GT. Look at these deers, y'all. Look at these deers, So there's a lot of things that will, brick the GT, especially, if you're, tinkering around with the board and the battery and things like that. And then also, Future Motion, when they release these boards, they have a wide range of customers that they release these boards to. Not everybody's using these boards for tricks. Not everybody's tinkering with their boards and looking at the batteries and the computer and everything. But to a certain degree, if you're going to be putting on new bumpers, new rail guards and stuff like that, yeah, you're going to to a certain degree see some of the internals of the boards. So it's like slight tinkering, but it's not voiding the warranty. Also, people travel, so sometimes you might have to disconnect the battery. Disconnect the battery voids your warranty, I think they said, but I know for sure it bricks the board, the new OneWheel GTs. So you have to send it to Future Motion, and they only have one repair shop, which is in California, and that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. So a lot of people will not be able to repair or basically work on their boards the way that they would like to work on their boards, and it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Now, I would like to say, because I see a lot of people talking trash and shaming the GT and stuff like that, a lot of them are mixing that in with it being a new product, and also it just being something just something new to work on, the brand new hardware. A lot of people are trying to swap out their tires. I've seen Float Life, shout out to Jeff and shout out to Bodie and everybody and Jake. They've done videos like this one also. They are, they swap out their tires, they customize their boards, they want to make their boards more rideable and things like that, and custom to them, which a lot of people, they prefer certain, things going on like a ride style and things like that. So certain people, as soon as they get their boards, yeah, they're gonna customize it, and also the customization process kind of goes into the right to repair, it's just a lot that's going on. And I would like to say that, okay, yes, when you get the GT, the tire, and we'll see when the GT comes, the tire is a hard tire. It's supposed to be durable. You're supposed to break it in. It has a break it in type period, and you guys have to respect that, instead of, just saying, hey, this tire, is this, that, and the third. Some people, they start playing around with the air pressure and stuff on their tires, but I think like boards like the XR and stuff like that, fully customizable. You can do anything you want with it and stuff like that. It gave people a good sense of how to repair their boards, how to work on their boards, how to, kind of mess around and get their hands on, tech-wise and things like that. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But what I'm saying is that, understand yourself, understand your, understand your board, understand what you're trying to do, and understand how you're trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to what you're doing, with your boards and stuff like that. Now, the whole battery thing, that rubs me the wrong way, because I would like to travel and I would like to do a lot of things with the GT, but unfortunately you can't. And then also, mailing the board and all kinds of stuff. It's just a big hassle, But let's get into it. Like I said, learn the board. A lot of people are like, man, I don't like how the lights are, man. Like after a while, the OneWheel community, a lot of people are just nitpicking with their boards, and they're also explaining how they're upset at Future Motion, and they're kind of mixing in the right to repair thing, which I do understand. You do want to have a right to repair your own goddamn board. Hell, you paid more than $2,000 for it. You should be able to, you should at least be under the impression that you've owned what you've bought. And it's like, break the board in, get used to the tire. It's a brand new board. It's not like a XR. It's not like a, it's its own thing. And, just enjoy the board. Kind of like take yourself back to when you first start riding OneWheels, where you kind of have to learn things. Give me 1 second. Let me turn up this brightness real quick. Where you kind of have to learn things. You kind of have to get used to the board, how it works, and just, the new flagship. Now, going back to Future Motion and OneWheel, Future Motion with their OneWheels, if I was them, I wouldn't have discontinued the XR. Because now this is causing a conflict of interest. This is causing, business to go bad. How you doing? How's it going? So this is causing, like, a conflict of interest. This is causing, things to go bad, and people to, they're killing a lot of their core audience when it comes down to making, the GT their flagship. I still would have been producing the XR, or at least a different version of the XR that you guys can, customize and things like that. Like an NFT or something like that. I still would have been producing the XR. But what a lot of people are upset about, and what a lot of people are mad about, is that, they have been adamant, and they have been, like, pretty, ooh, shoot, this is a hill right here. We're gonna take the GT up that when we get it. There's a hill over there, if you guys can see it. It's actually pretty cool. But anyway, they have been, when you have companies like Craft and Ride, Float Life, a bunch of Armadillos, like a bunch of these other companies that are, because I want you guys to understand where Future Motion is coming from as a company. If you have all of these, these other side companies that are making a bunch of money, and they like and they enjoy your products and things like that, you have to understand that, when people crash, or they get hurt, or they do something, like, it may seem like what I'm doing is easy by holding this camera and trying to pay attention to the road and swerving out the way and dogs and shit. It's definitely not easy. But what I'm saying is this, when people crash or hurt themselves or get killed or something like that, they're not going to say, oh, this person had a Armadillos mod and all this other stuff. No, they're going to say this person died on a OneWheel, or something happened to this person on a OneWheel. OneWheel gets holding the bag when your battery malfunctions, or one of your mods malfunction and somebody gets hurt and things like that. OneWheel gets holding the bag, not those companies. And I understand where OneWheel is coming from, because it's like, okay, damn, y'all are, we put this out to be this. Y'all are doing a little bit too much and tinkering around with our boards, and, y'all are not professionals, and, things are happening. And then a lot of people, they do know what's going on. A lot of people, I'm not even gonna lie, they're kind of a little bit better than the professionals, or they know a little bit, they have a little bit more, more experience than would be so-called professionals, because the professionals, they probably don't ride the boards. They just know the boards from a technological standpoint, but not as a rider. So a lot of people don't have, super customization, they don't have that in mind, as a rider and a user and stuff like that. And it's just a big mess, there's a peculiar audience that the OneWheel attracts. I had a great conversation with my friend, the General, and he kind of, he's about to retire. He's in the military, and people try to say that people have, like, what's called a midlife crisis. Some people, they get Corvettes, some people, they get sports cars, they buy, different things, and people say, oh, you're having a midlife crisis. One thing I've noticed being around OneWheel is, because he asked me a question, like, who are buying these OneWheels? Like, what's the customer? Are these young guys? And I kind of had a hard time telling him, like, because I know where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly, what he means and where he's coming from. And I had to tell him that, a lot of, hold on, let me turn the shutter down a little bit so we can get, okay, good. So I had to tell him that a lot of these guys, they're fucking, they're like, and I hate to curse, but they're like 28, 29 to like 40, 50-year-old guys and women and stuff buying these damn boards. These kids can't afford this shit. You know what I'm saying? The parents buy this. If you see a kid riding around in a damn OneWheel, best believe the parents bought the damn board for them. And okay, I don't know if my volume is okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It would be so fucked up if this didn't work. I would just have to do it tomorrow again. But it's a different demographic of people buying these boards, which goes into, why people are, taking their time to, like, mod and put all kinds of accessories and stuff on the boards, because you're damn near buying another OneWheel, modding the damn OneWheel. So I understood it, but I told him that, you know, these are people, these are grown people buying these boards. You know, these are not like rookies and people that don't know what they're talking about. You know, I would hate to say that the OneWheel is like a midlife, you know, a midlife crisis kind of thing, which would be an understatement because it really isn't. It really is more so of something to, you know, have fun with. And it's really, you know, a token of freedom, you know, the amount of freedom and adventure that you get to go and the amount of happiness that these boards bring to people. And it's really good for the mental, you know. So a lot of people are having a lot of fun riding their OneWheels. And what's even more fun, shout out to Scott Mendenhall, is, riding with friends, you know. So these boards and how it is, you know, because I was telling him that I was looking at a documentary not too long ago about how, you know, how roller skating died, you know, which was actually a pretty interesting documentary. I might actually put it on part 2 when I get the GT and really start showing you guys, you know, some real shit. But, you know, it was showing how roller skating died because he was trying to tell me that, you know, don't get too interested in it. These things are a fad. And I'm trying to tell him, no, this is kind of not a fad because a lot of people are using these boards for different day-to-day basis, you know, day-to-day case uses, you know. Gas is crazy. We're in a pandemic. A lot of people, you know, if you're in a city or something like that, or if you're walking, I tell people, yo, save up your money, go get a OneWheel. If you're in the city, you could just take an OG Pint and just zip around and have fucking fun, you know. And, you know, it's just kind of hard to explain unless you've actually used one of these things or you actually understand what they're used for, you know, and how to use them. And, you know, I tried to explain to people that, you know, these things are something that's going to be around for a long time. But with this problem with future motion and, you know, people having a hard time, you know, trying to repair their boards and the right to repair and what future motion is doing, it makes it hard, you know. It kind of shows you that, you know, that the trend could be dying out very soon. You know, the trend could definitely be dying out extremely soon, you know, with stuff like this. So, like I said, with like the GT and the release of a lot of, you know, new OneWheel, well, not even new OneWheels. Like I said, I would have kept. Let's do this because I'm about to sit this down real quick. We are at a skate park. I would have kept the XR. And to speak to future motion about this, like I said, I would have kept the XR, and I would have let people customize it. And if they want to get with the new wave, like the GT, it would have to be exclusive. So it would kind of be, I wouldn't say the GT would be like an NFT, but I would market the GT as something as being exclusive, so that if you want to mess with us or if you want to go through the process, this is what it is, and that would be a conscious decision instead of killing off my day one, you know, customers and stuff like that, or risking that, you know, by simply just, you know, coming out with a new board, discontinuing the old one that is still greatly loved. You know what I'm saying? That board, the XR, that's a, you can't kill that. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't make no sense right there. Hold on. Okay, we're making sure it works. So you know you can't kill that. And then honestly, you're introducing a brand new board that is built just like the Pint. That's built just like this board right here, which is the Pint. You know, you're introducing a whole new board that operates a lot different, and it not even operate a lot different, but the ride quality and it's just different, you know. And the GT is different, even though a lot of people, they want to you know, treat their GTs like their XRs and just mod them and tinker with them and stuff like that. I understand it, but my thing is this. you know, going forward, I think OneWheel, even though they are upset at a lot of third-party companies and the mods and stuff like that, and some of the things that you hear, I think that they need to extend the olive branch and be able to, you know, be able to speak to third-party companies and work something out, or be able to, you know, have a repair shop deal or something with them, or it can't be just a money grab, because it's looking like a money grab. Somebody said something that was very interesting, and I believe that is semi-true. I can't really say, you know, too much until we get the GT, because I do have confidence in Future Motion, even though I'm a little bit upset, and I've been through all 7 stages of grief, waiting for the XR. I mean, not the XR, the GT. You know, they were saying that if you pay $2,000 for a board, you can't repair the batteries, you can't do certain things will break the board. You always got to send it back to Future Motion to get it worked on and repaired. You don't own the board. Future Motion owns the board. So you paid a lot of money for some shit you don't own. You're basically leasing the board. And that makes a bit of that in today's climate, in today's business climate, that makes a good amount of sense, whether a lot of people want to agree with it or not. And I was like, wow, that's a point well taken. I think that what Future Motion should do is work with the XR and work with the GT. You know, if you guys want to customize and stuff like that, and we want to extend the olive branch to, you know, have you guys be able to repair your boards, be able to mod your boards, put batteries on, all kinds of different crazy stuff. There should be some type of deal there, you know, that could be worked out in comparison to just, you know, hey, you got to send it to us. Hey, you got to go through this tedious process. Hey, we got to evaluate and all this other crazy stuff, right? So I think their best bet is to literally just kind of work with companies like Float Life and Craft and Ride and stuff like that, because these are also people that are bringing business and you know, work to them. Now, if they want to be exclusive, then that's when they'll give you a chance and say, hey, look, well, the XR, really good board, one of our beloved boards, one of our favorite boards, but if you really want to mess with us, then you would have to go with the GT, and then the GT, there would have to be certain things, and then you can give those other companies limited, you know, if you want to keep the money. Because, I mean, I understand you're in a business to make money. You understand? And at the same time, you're in a business to keep your customers safe. So if you want to do that, just, you know, if you want to mess with us exclusively, like an NFT, then you get the GT. If you want to customize and you want to be able to, you know, repair your boards and do all kinds of stuff, here's a new limited version of the XR, which is our beloved board. And you know, you keep the money coming in that way, you know. So I don't know. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I know this has ran on for a little bit, but I can't wait till the GT comes here. And they keep pushing my date back. And like, my thing is this. Some of y'all just stop tinkering with the board. Ride that GT for about a good 400, 500 miles. I know it's hard, but definitely do that. Bad enough with the ghosting issues and all kinds of other issues that those things have, but we'll see. But, you know, deflate your tires or do whatever you got to do. I mean, you know, enjoy the board. Enjoy the board for what it's supposed to be before you really start tinkering around with it. Ride it for about half a year and just really get a feel for it before you really start tinkering around with it. But OneWheel, you guys kind of shot yourself in the foot trying to make it super exclusive and really kind of killing your day one audience when you're really not ready. You're still a brand new company. Thinking, really, you still kind of, just really think about it. You're still kind of a brand new company and stuff like that. You know, honestly, I understand that you guys got to make your money. I understand that you guys got to do your thing. But also, you know, you guys got to look out for the people that's looking out for you. When you look out for your customers, they look out for you also. Also, I don't know how you guys would do this, but anytime somebody mods a board or something like that, I don't even know if you should call it a OneWheel. You know what I'm saying? Because I do understand if people get hurt on your product and stuff like that, you know, that's kind of on your conscience. That's kind of on your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody get hurt on your board, but it was a modified board. People are not going to look at Craft and Ride. They're not going to look at all these other companies. They're going to look at you. And, I understand where OneWheel is going with it because, they don't share equal responsibility, but I do understand where you guys are coming from. But you got to make things a little bit more accessible for your customers, because you can definitely destroy your core base. And a lot of people that donated to the Kickstarter and stuff like that, and they're kind of rolling with you guys. I know they're not directly with the company, but we're just living in crazy times now. You can't really practice traditional business. So you got to move with the times, offer NFTs, offer exclusive, boards and stuff like that. I think where you guys killed yourself is the rollout. I understand, the Pint and, the Pint X. I think the Pint X was a good idea. The GT is still a good idea, but the rollout is what is killing the business, and then also what you guys had put onto it, the bigger tire, so you only have to go to OneWheel. You only have to go to OneWheel to get it fixed. The ghosting issues, along with the customization and all kinds of stuff. It's really a lot for the consumer to take in, and it's also a lot for you guys to deal with. So instead of bricking your business to a certain degree, and I know people are, I think there's some lawsuits and stuff out there. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit more homework. I'm just, a friendly rider trying to help. I think it's just better for you guys to kind of give people a little bit of breathing room, or at least fix your relationships with these third-party companies that you once, despised or didn't like, or was like, F you or something like that. I think there's a lane for that, because when you guys offer like bumpers and different kind of customizable stuff, you're the average person that wouldn't really customize or tinker with their boards, they're kind of now, they're in the spirit of screwing things in and taking foot plates out and cush high nugs and all of these other different things that these other companies offer, and you guys kind of offer them a soft customization. These guys are gonna go all the way. They're gonna wanna look at the controller. They're gonna wanna look at the internals. A lot of your customers are techies. I don't know why people think kids are having these boards. These aren't kids. These are adults. So I think that would make it a little bit more better for you guys to come to more of a. I know this is gonna be bad because it's gonna mess up my frame rate. But I think it's better for you guys to come to more of a conclusion, a better conclusion, when it comes down to what you guys can do with your customers and customization and things like that, and maybe just reach a level of understanding. But as always, can't wait till the GT comes. Hopefully when you guys see this video, you guys don't push my date back. Let me stop. Just a friendly rider here. I am out. Kuda, aka the Float Goat, aka Shred Lord, aka Shred God. All right, so we out. Player talk. Let's get it. Let's go. Smoke dancing in your window. Just put me out. Put me through every emotion. Just put me out. Put me through every emotion. Haven't felt good since emotion. You propion isn't working. Just put me out. Put me through every emotion. Haven't felt good since emotion.
Propion is a work it. I feel it again. I'm not really living. I'm going through motion. I'm watching emotions. So wrap me up like cellophane. I'll suffocate, nothing but a smile. They keep on making me pick a side. I know you wanna forget a fight, and I got used to being left behind. Nobody gon' get you where you wanna go. Nobody gon' tell you what they really know. Save your time on me, just put me out. Save your time on me, just put me out. Put me through every emotion. Haven't felt good since emotion. Propion is a work it. Just put me out. Put me through every emotion. Haven't felt good since emotion. Propion is a work it.